Hey YouTube, Mark here with another fragrance review, this time on a Montale fragrance called Black Oud. I'm very honored and excited about this review. This is an exclusive on YouTube. I am very honored to be the first one to introduce to the male fragrance community on YouTube, to introduce you guys to the brand Montale and the bottle. I think their signature scent, Black Oud. I know that Katie Puckrick and Teresa hit up White Oud. They did a very good job on that fragrance. And then myself and Busy kind of gave out little tidbits about Black Oud, but nothing as a solid review. So let's get to it. Let's stop the chit chat and let's get going. Presentation. Bottle. Now, if you've seen one Montale bottle, you've seen them all. They all look the same. Tin can a la Rive Gauche. As far as sprayer goes, good sprayer. No cap. There's a stopper with the Montale logo on there. So, very nice touch. When you do get these bottles, tin can bottles, very much lighter than your usual bottle, so just watch out for that. As far as being cheap, there is a little sticker here that says Black Oud. Montale uses red, silver, gold, white, and black bottles, but they use them for different fragrances. So you might see this black bottle with a different sticker with a different juice. So it's not a unique bottle. As far as box goes, same deal. This is a sticker at the bottom, so not as unique as you'd think. As far as an extra tidbit they give you with their bottles, they give you a little travel pouch here with the Montale logo all over it to put your bottle away if you are going to travel with it. As far as bottle sizes go, standard 1.7, 3.4, $150 for the small one. For the big one like this, you'd be looking at $210 American. Definitely for price point, you're not going to see too many discounts. I know on Lucky Scent they got a few of them marked down, but I think that's because of sales. As far as concentration goes, this is an EDP, an eau de parfum, and it is a stronger concentration than your usual eau de toilette that we're used to. Very much a stronger concentration. As far as when this came out, 2006, it is a woody, floral, musky fragrance. The perfumier is in-house, so it is Pierre Montale. As far as recommended age goes, anybody can really wear it. As far as age group goes, no problem. Really, as far as this fragrance goes, it's not going to be for everybody. But as age goes, mid-20s like me, good to go. 30s, 40s, 50s, no problem. As far as application goes, I tested this out in the spring, fall, and winter. I didn't really dare to wear it in the summer. I wore it a little bit, before I did this review in the summer, but it was more indoors than anything. As far as spring and fall goes, I did one on the chest and I was set. When it gets cooler in the winter season, I go one on the back of the neck. I try to avoid this area with these Montale fragrances. They're really potent. So one on the back of the neck, or don't do one around this area and just go two on pulse points or two on your arms, no problem there. As far as notes, very simplistic fragrance. I'm not calling it linear. Don't get it twisted. It's very simplistic as far as notes go. There's only 6 notes in this fragrance, but it can be simple and can be well done. As far as notes go, we have mandarin orange, French labrador, musk patchouli, and the Batman and Robin of this fragrance, rose and oud. When you put those two together, I don't know what it is, but it's magic on my skin. Now, Montale tags this as a unisex fragrance. Personally, I really don't see a woman rocking this stuff. More white oud than black oud. But if she has a really strong character, I'm just thinking about Teresa right now, our fragrance reviewer. She could probably rock this to a T. But as far as your general woman, your run-of-the-mill woman, oh my God, I'm going to get myself in trouble. Any other woman out there, she must have a really strong personality to be rocking this. As far as oud fragrances, last year that was the fashion. Yes, fragrances have fashion every year. Last year was oud. A lot of high-end niche fragrance companies started making oud fragrances. Example, by Kilian, Le Labo, Artisan Parfumeur. So they all introduced an oud fragrance in their lineup. If you are just starting out, definitely try out Montale. They are the ones that really specialize in this stuff. They got various oud-based fragrances, and you'll really know what oud smells like after sampling a few Montales. So as far as if you're a newbie to the whole oud thing, try out a Montale. That's what I would recommend. As far as oud in this fragrance, it is at its full power. You know, there's a designer fragrance called M7 that has oud in it from YSL. If you enjoy that, take a look at this one. This one has oud that it comes strong, it comes early, and it comes back often. So definitely a strong oud fragrance. As far as power in fragrances go, longevity, projection, this one is like a heavyweight. It's the Mike Tyson of fragrances. It's really a strong fragrance, and you get your money's worth with this one. At least I personally think so. As far as black oud goes, it's very unique. It's very intriguing. Very intriguing. That's a really good word for it. Unusual, dark, earthy, dry, and bold. So all that really describes this fragrance. As far as how I feel when I'm wearing this, I feel like an important chic with money in my pockets when I wear this. I feel like $1 million when I'm wearing black oud. I know a lot of people think Paco Rabanne, 1 million does it for them. For me, this is my $1 million fragrance. I can't wait till winter comes and wear this fragrance because I really, really feel confident when I'm wearing it. As far as compliments goes with this one, it wouldn't be unusual for you to get 5 to 8 compliments a day with this thing because it lasts so long, and it lasts and it projects for so long that it almost lasts all day for you. So it wouldn't be unusual for you to get half a dozen compliments in a day with this fragrance. So it happened to me, it could happen to you, but it's definitely one that's potent. As far as this fragrance goes for newbie, I bought this blind a year ago, and I didn't know what was coming to me. I didn't even know what oud was then. I just bought this. I was like on Base Notes, and they were all raving about this stuff. It was when it was back, you know, oud thing was popular, and they said this is the king of it. I'm like, all right, I'll buy it, no problem. And whoa, it was really harsh to my nose, and it was really thick. For the first 10 to 20 minutes, I couldn't really stand this thing. I had to get away. And just to let you know, for anybody that never really experienced oud and this is their first test of it, definitely give it 10 to 20 minutes to really calm down for your first initial smell of oud. As far as what this smells like, let's get to that. This fragrance starts off with a blast of oud. It's really felt medicinal. It really felt, there was some heavy, smooth leather though. So you got leather with the labdanum, you got the oud, and then the rose joins the party. It's a dark rose, so it's not like a nice feminine rose. It was more like a dark, thick, heavy rose. It felt almost sweet, and I felt some resin in here. I know that oud makes you think of resinous feeling, like almost honeyed. There's some sweetness, but it was almost syrupy, like honey or resin, that type of feeling. So this is all in your top notes. As far as also patchouli started peeking its head a little bit. I could feel it. Also, I felt like a mellow dark fruit was coming in. I know they say mandarin orange is in this. I never smelt it in this whole fragrance. But I felt mellow dark fruit, like a blackberry or a plum or a raisin, something like that. It was in the background, so it might have been the mandarin orange trying to come out, and it just never really, you know, there's so many harsh notes in this fragrance that really couldn't do anything. So it could be that, but I did feel like a dark fruit in here. After time, the oud does settle down, and this is more in the heart. The patchouli and the rose kind of take over this fragrance. They take center stage. And I felt the sandalwood and the musk coming out, joining the crowd, definitely in the heart. As far as the base goes, I really felt just a dusty sandalwood. The rose was still kicking around, but it was kind of like dying down, and I did feel some musk. So really it was just like a sandalwood smoothness with some musk, and that was the end of it. So as far as this goes, A lot of the notes are right at the forefront of this fragrance. They really they shock you. And then really they slowly die down, especially the oud itself, you know, was right up there, and then it just slowly went down and the rose started peaking a little more. So I find that this fragrance really hit its stride, I would say, on hour like 4 or 5. So it is, as far as development goes with this fragrance, it's a slow one. It lasts and lasts. I enjoyed it from minute 1 to the end of this fragrance. But if you don't enjoy the top notes or the heart, you're out of luck. I'll tell you that, because this thing lasts and lasts. So this is great for an evening out, right? If you have a long evening planned, you know, you're going out for dinner, going to a movie, then going to the club, and then after the club you're going to a party. So it's going to be one of those, you know, 6 p.m. right up to 6 a.m. type of deals. This guy's going to stick with you, and it's going to be probably one of the only fragrances that's going to actually last that long between all this, you know, sweating with the dancing and the partying and all that. So definitely a good one for that, for a long evening. Why would you hate this fragrance? Hey, if you don't like oud, if you don't like roses in your fragrance, if you don't like dark fragrances, this isn't for you. If you like safe scents, it's not going to be for you. If you want to be challenged, you want something different, unique, definitely worth the money. This is a great fragrance for you. As far as one word to describe this fragrance, dark. As far as bottles go, I'm fairly new to the oud game. You know, even if I had this one for a year, I have 4 or 5 oud fragrances. I still don't have a large arsenal of oud fragrances. So I'm going to recommend any Montale fragrances that has oud in the name or in the notes would be around this fragrance. And also, I did see a little bit of Check and Speak's number 88 in this one. That's my rose-based fragrance. Definitely a little bit of that. So Check and Speak's number 88, dark rose type of feeling. As far as buy, try, or pass, with buy, try, or pass with niche fragrances, it's very simple for me. Do I want to buy another bottle at $210 a pop when this one's done? Would I? Yes. So that simply answers my question that it is a fragrance that I would recommend to buy. Definitely for somebody like myself that has tons of bottles, looking for something different. This is just worth the money. You know, great projection, great longevity. It works. It smells great for the whole day. So it's worth your money. I know a lot of niche fragrances that last 2 hours, no projection. Why am I spending $200+? This one is actually worth the money. I don't know why a lot of reviewers haven't taken a look at Montale. So I'm recommending this to even the reviewers. Get some samples, take a look, do a review on Montale fragrances. So when I close my eyes, this fragrance reminds me of what? This is going to be goofy. I'm in the middle of a forest. This is like a movie. It's dark, it's foggy, there's rose bushes everywhere for some reason, and I'm being chased by a werewolf. That's what this reminds me of. Best situation for this fragrance, a long evening out. It's for an evening fragrance. This is great for the evening. So this is Montale's Black Oud. Highly recommended by me. One of the niche fragrances that's actually worth the money. So let's get to the rating system and see how this sucker goes. Let's see if it gets a perfect 10. Alright guys, let's rate Black Oud. Projection 10 out of 10. This is loud for the first like 3 to 4 hours, then it kind of calms down on your skin. But this thing calming down is just like any other fragrance hitting its peak. So 10 out of 10. Longevity, 10 out of 10. A lot of people exaggerate the longevity. As far as myself, I get 14 to 18 hours, which is amazing. So great longevity. As far as versatility goes, not the most versatile. I'm going to give it an 8. Great for evening wear. Seasons, winter and fall only. I don't see anybody really in the hot weather with this fragrance. As far as overall smell, 10 out of 10. I feel like $1 million when I'm wearing. Plain and simple. As far as overall, this fragrance is worth the cash. It's 10 out of 10 for me. A great fragrance. One of the best.